how are we going to do some improvisation on this? Let's start with the most basic possibility. As you're playing the melody this time through the A section, just alter the rhythm a little bit. Play around a little bit with it. Can I give you just a little example? All right. Just like that's fine.
Oh man, sure, piano.
Yeah. You're living.
All right, so how about... maybe right there, you take that phrase and just put it on an octave. Try to now. Good. Hey, all right. Like that. And it doesn't have to be what I did at all. Just the idea of trying to loosen up, keeping the melody, but just loosen up the rhythms a little bit. And that is the first step towards improvisation. And also, by the way, when you repeat that section, gives the listener and yourself a little variety. So, you know, by the time you're down here, we're not all going. Go ahead. Again, because one of these things is we all want to learn something, Jane does a lot of theater. So we discussed how would you memorize a speech, a little part of the show where it's you doing a longish speech. Bit by bit, you find hook phrases or hook words. They create a through line for you from the beginning of that speech to the end. And the same thing will happen here. We talked about how you can find those hook melodic phrases, or once you get the harmony down, harmonic phrases as well. And for your first try ever doing that, it was just great. All that's happening here is saying, open up your mind to the possibilities, and as you continue to explore, they're going to show up, you know, for you. So essentially just opening that door and saying, okay, go on in here, there's no limitations whatsoever. You know? So should we try perhaps a little bit of the same principle on this second section I heard? Yeah, that's right, you
Who's playing this piano anyway?
When I was younger, I didn't have to have the music right in front of me. Unless, of course, you were doing good for you. All right, great. Well, it's funny.
You told her to do it.
The one that I really like is that. And then the rhythmic thing there. Very, very.
It's a great way to cover your mistakes.
Well,
yeah.
You know what? I made a career out of it.
Had a good one.
As a matter of fact, it was Fats Waller who one time said, when asked, how is it you cover up a mistake, Fats? He says, well, what I do is I repeat it.
Well.
And then I do it a third time. And everybody thinks it's brilliant. And he said, I've been doing that my whole life, and I always will. And that's one of the things I took away. But one of the nice things is that you go back and you play it straight the way you had played it for me the first time, which sounds very nice. And then just a little bit makes a huge difference.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was very exciting to hear, you know, once we've heard that, we all know what's coming. So then that's the element of surprise. You don't give it to us, you give us that. And then instead of the audience leaning back going, they're going, oh yeah, you know. So that's the key. Yeah. I wish we could work a lot more, but we've got a host of others that I get to terrorize. Thank you so much.